and we'll take it from there.
Okay.
All right, guys. The hype's building about armadas. We've got these events. We're looking at two announcements in the last week. One very little information in it, and the other one there is clearly tagging armadas and saying a race to operations level 23. So that's very clearly you won't be participating in armadas until you're level 23. This hype is building. Some of the content creators are out there getting very, very excited about it. I've spoken to some members of the community, and I'm joined again by Anisius and Thaler. Both of the guys are going to give me a bit of a reaction from what they're seeing and what they're hearing. Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hello, good afternoon, or morning, or evening, wherever you are.
Good to see you. It's good to talk to you. Guys, I was looking on my phone. I was getting notifications on my phone, telling me to prepare for armadas and stuff like this. There's a notification in the view screen, and it's up on social media platforms telling us that armadas is coming, obviously, to prepare, and there's a number of events lined up with it. And I was starting to believe the hype a little bit, and I got talking to you guys. You weren't too excited at all.
So
Yeah,
go.
I'm not excited at all. It just looks like another domination event. You know, level up your ops to a certain level, which leads me to believe that it's just going to be a bunch of hostiles, kind of like the active war event. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think. Yeah,
We don't
yeah, I
know.
think. Yeah, I think the same. I think it's like Taylor said, it's a domination event covered in Armada's clothes. To they say now it's imminent, so it's not prepare anymore. It's imminent. So I think what they are doing is giving us hints of what will come next.
Okay.
Like we were talking before, the officers they chose for us to upgrade, like Scotty, Marcus, and Uhura. Why
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that?
yeah. Clearly, this is
The
building hype for something. There's events going on now for the next couple of days. This is looking very much like Armadas is going to come next week or something. This looks like it's like you say, Anisius, it's saying imminent. We're looking at these events to prepare us for them. There's not much in it for somebody at my level. It's really to get the lower levels, I suppose, to spend and to catch up to level 23 so they can participate in this. It's certainly going to be a game changer when Armadas does come in. It's been long anticipated, and we've said before we hope we get it right, and we'll do some coverage on this when the time comes, of course. But domination events, like, not very exciting stuff, and not that easy to complete.
No, but the thing is, now you mentioned briefly about the officers. Do the officers' abilities? We were looking at all three of the officers: Scotty, Rare, Uhura, and Marcus. Do any of those abilities give us an indication of what might be coming?
Right, well, I did say in the video last night that I done about, like, say, for example, Scotty's repair ability. One of the nice ideas that I've had is around the idea that, let's say, Anisius, Amorgin, and Thaler all decide we're going to form an armada and we're going to go out and we're going to attack a base or something. If we all
Yeah.
had Scotty leveled up, does that mean that, and we all put him on our bridge as a captain, does that mean we're going to get a 30% repair ability if we've all got him in on our ships, is that
Yeah.
why he would become extra useful in such a situation, for example? I don't know, what do you think?
I think that's a good idea because if we can form an armada together, would give us 30% because it would be joined. As Uhura, mine has 50%. Would it give us 150? And Marcus as well. So I think that's a hint of what we are doing. And regarding the prepare for armadas that we are doing now, they doing a race to operations 20 and then 23. So it's like you said, they are really pushing the low levels to be able to do armadas when the time comes.
Now, the other thing is, are you suggesting that with armadas, it's going to work like groups in other games? Like World of Warcraft or whatever. Where are you saying that our abilities will go across our group or armada? So that my
stacking
officer
abilities.
will-
I'm saying I'd like to see that. Of course, I'm not in the know. We can only provide feedback to Scopely as consumers, of the product, like. But at the end of the day, we're usually on the ball when it comes to how these games work. Now, I'd be less inclined to go for the World of Warcraft style, and I'd be more inclined to go for other freemium mobile games and look at what they've done. So, for example, in another game that I play in Mobile Royale, some people might be familiar with it. In Mobile Royale, if you want to create a group activity, a rally, it's called. You'll set the rally, you'll set it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, and then it's set to go in your alliance, and anybody in your alliance can join it, and when the timer's up, you go and hit the target. And certain ranks can set these rallies, and there's different events based around doing these rallies. There are some targets you can only hit if you've got another person, minimum of 2. I'd imagine it's something along them lines, but again, it's all speculation, and I want to just do this as a reaction video anyway, guys, to the announcement that was made, because a lot of people are getting excited, and when I touched base with the community, I was surprised that the initial reactions I were getting was like it was from you guys. It was nothing to get excited about here, Amorgin.
Yeah, it's just another way for us to level up our ops and spend money. I don't really see. I'm not feeling it. If their marketing department is trying to get us excited about Armadas, I don't think they're doing a really good job, unfortunately.
Okay.
With all due respect.
I agree, but I think the end point of this is for us to prepare. Before it was to prepare with the officers, they hint that we should level up, and now it's imminent. So now it's just that the officers was first, and now they are going to the lower levels and say, okay, you before it was the officers, now we just tell you. So they give us another info saying it's only after 23 levels. So people, all of you, just upgrade to minimum 23 level if you want to do Armadas.
Yeah, we could sit here all night, guys, speculating on this and trying to get into the minds of Scopely and what they're at. Like, certainly I would have noticed there on that first message to prepare your battle squads on Discord, some people called them out on it and were like, there's no information in this, why are you releasing this? And Panic gave a great response by saying that people obviously don't know the meaning of a teaser. He was openly admitting that message was a teaser 5 days and 21 hours ago, and here we are now at 4 hours ago. More information, more details on an event that, in my mind, when it's up, we're probably looking at Armadas. I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but that's my feeling.
Why all the secrecy? Just come out and say, hey, we're gonna have big blazing letters and stars and all that stuff, and say, hey, we have a new mechanic in the game that's going to allow you to group up or do X or Y. Why don't they just announce that?
Didn't Keynes say in the Q&A though that they're reluctant to give dates?
Yeah, well, it's a teaser. A teaser makes you, so when the time comes, we are so excited that we are just going to spend money. Well,
right. And unfortunately, this has been the thing that Scopely have shot themselves in the foot with in the past, because they build up all the hype, people are so worked up about it, and then it's full of bugs or there's something wrong, and people hit a real low then, But anyway, it's fingers crossed that it's not like that, guys. Any final comments on that before we wrap it up? I want to keep this a quick one today.
The game is doing 1 year on the 29th or 30th, so I actually think it could be next week, but could also continue until the 29th.
Possibly more filler events. Yeah.
I'm thinking, I just hope it's not going to be like the Franklin event when it was released, where you have all the missions in one system.
Right.
No one could do it.
Yeah.
Enter.
An overload of stuff. Yeah.
And it's just a really poor release, or systems are locked out. You're actually asking pirates to kill people who are in the system so you can get in. I mean, that's just silly. Rollout
has not been one of the strong points. But listen, you guys will come back, I'm sure, and we'll discuss the thing in more detail as it progresses and as we get more information. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up at that. And as always, if you are excited about this and you think that this is a great thing, come in and challenge this. The whole point in the community panel is to reflect what we're hearing out there in the community. We're not listening to Scopely employees. We're not listening to people who are required to build hype there because they've signed legal documentation with Scopely or any of that kind of stuff. You're dealing here with people who play the game and they're reflecting their honest opinions. You're very welcome to come in and join us on Discord. Leave your comments below and weigh into the conversation. And as always, until the next time, guys, look after yourselves and look after each other, and I'll catch you all again soon. Cheers.